Shabbat Shalom, brothers and sisters. It's the Hebrew Life again. I'm Base Jerusalem, and I'm back with another lesson. Yep, back with another lesson. You know, it's a beautiful thing to hear in the Holy Scriptures that man will never understand the ways of the Most High. We're going to call this lesson Man and the Ordinances of the Most High, or Man and the Ordinances of Yah. Because within these scriptures in Jeremiah, the Most High says that if man was ever to figure out the ordinances of him, then his covenant with Yaakov and Dawid would cease to exist. His covenant between night and day would cease to exist. And all of his duties on this earth would cease to exist if man was just to discover his ways. We all know that this is not going to happen. Man has been trying to discover ways to become God and to say they have discovered everything for years. But they're constantly being proven wrong. They're constantly being proven to be liars. And not always coming up short when it comes to understanding the mechanics of this earth. Now, we're going to start at Job chapter 38. Because Job asked the Most High about the ordinances of this earth and the mechanics and how everything worked. And the Most High gave him a brash answer. We're going to start at Job 38. We're going to start at verse 33. Knowest thou the ordinances of heaven? Canst thou set the dominion thereof in the earth? Can thou lift up thy voice to the clouds, that abundance of water may cover thee? Can thou send lightning that may go and say unto thee, here we are? I'm going to stop right there. The Most High is saying, can you tell the clouds, the rain? No, man cannot tell the clouds the rain and it will rain. They can artificially try to pretend that they can make it rain with the harp system, but we already know that's not official. The Most High has the ordinances of the earth. He tells it when to rain. He tells the lightning to come out the clouds. He tells the sun to go down and the moon and the stars to come up. He tells the moons and the stars to go down and that the sun needs to come up. Man is not capable of doing this. The ordinances of the Most High will never be discovered by man. And if they will be, he will drop his covenant with us. But we know, according to Psalms 136, that his mercy endure forever, and he will never drop his covenant with David. Now we're going to go to Jeremiah chapter 33, because we're going to knock this right out the park with man and mankind, because I'm sick of the buffoonery. If you turn to the Discovery Channel right now, the scientists know not a thing. Everything is a big mystery with them. You're supposed to be turning to figure out something, and they don't know anything themselves. Down to dinosaurs. They still to this day don't know what happened to dinosaurs. If you turn to any Discovery Channel right now, they're going to say, we don't know which one it was. It could have been the Ice Age. It could have been a meteor. Some even say it was both. But there's no definitive answer about what happened. This is how we know man knows nothing. They're only assuming to know something. They're like a child. They're only pretending to know what they're doing until the real problems come at hand, and they don't know how to handle it because they've been faking and pretending this whole time. We're going to start at Jeremiah 33, because the Most High, he said loud and clear, if man was ever to figure out the ordinances of himself, that he would cease from having a covenant with us, Israel. We're going to start at verse 25 of Jeremiah chapter 33. Thus saith the Lord, if my covenant be not with day and night, if I have not appointed the ordinances of heaven and earth, then I will cast away the seed of Yaakov and Dawid my servants, so that I will not take any of his seed to be rulers over the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. For I will cause their captivity to return and have mercy on them. Now there we read the Most High saying that if man was ever to find out the ordinances of heaven and earth, his covenant with us would cease to exist. We all know that's not going to happen. We're going to jump to Exodus 20:4. Because when you watch TV, people go searching, looking for something that's not there. Pre-flood artifacts, gods, false gods that's been buried under the earth, under the water, or above the heavens since the Most High caused the flood. But yet, if they pull some out the ground tomorrow, they're going to worship it as if it's something new to the world. We already know in Proverbs they said there's nothing new under the sun. So if they found something tomorrow saying, well, this is a new creation, this is a new artifact, we all know that that's a lie. Exodus chapter 20, verse 4. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven images, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God. We're going to stop right there. The Most High is a jealous God. There's many false gods, many false theories, many false analogies going on this earth about who runs the earth and its ordinances. Man doesn't run anything. Man is just here riding out the ride just like everybody else. They pose to know everything because they want people to think, well, they know everything, they have figured out everything, they did all the studying, there's no need for me to do any studying. There's no need for me to figure out anything because the scientists said they figured it all out. The word science itself just means the study of. It just means the study of. Anybody can be a scientist. If I went outside right now and started studying dirt, grass, and the trees, I would be a scientist too. You don't need to go to a professional college to study something, to be a scientist. If I spend 10 years studying bugs, I basically have a PhD in bugs. But do I know every mechanic of a bug? No. These are the ordinances of the Most High. Can I tell you why the ants do this and why the bees do that? No, I can't. Scientists can try to set up a colony or set up a project where they can study the animals, but they will never fully know why Yah's creations do what they do. Never. If man knew so much, they would be able to stop tornadoes, hurricanes, and so many other things that happen. But they have no control over these things because these are the ordinances of Yah. And when man is able to figure out this thing that Yah set up, this thing we call earth and this system, the seasons, winter, spring, summer, and fall, hot and cold, wet and dry, then the Most High will let us go as a people. But man will never figure these things out. Never. They'll be figured out to be a liar trying to pose to know these things before they're ever figure this thing out. I'm Base Jerusalem. This is the Hebrew Life. Until I see you again, brothers and sisters. Shalom.